Faz.
How you doing today, young man?
How are you, sir?
Good. First off, I want to give you a little congratulations on a huge weekend, 2-0 for you.
Yeah, I went 2 in the donut, didn't I?
2 in the donut, and I went 1-1, and I believe I owe you $1.
I think you do owe me $1.
But I have to. First off, I just want to throw a little concern out there for Willis McGahee. You know, just a huge hit he took.
Oh yeah, big
last
time.
2 minutes left, and
crushing.
It was crushing. It was clean. It was clean. I know there might be some stuff going on afterwards. People will be talking about helmet to helmet, but you could see Clark led with his shoulder, and so it was a clean hit.
I must say, Tony, the first game I was high from that game. What a contest!
That is quite possibly one of the better games I've seen this season.
Fantastic contest.
Oh well, first off, I guess there's a ton of stuff going on in that game. I just saw a ton of heart by both teams. First off, Philly going down, by a score of 24-6, and to be able to come back and take the lead is just huge.
19 unanswered points.
Yeah, huge.
It made the game so exciting. You know what? When I initially was watching the game, I thought that it was going to be a blowout. I called it a squeaker. I guess you could say it was a squeaker.
It was a squeaker.
I got browbeaten for using the word squeaker.
But I have to say this, that of course, you're down 24-6, and then you come back and you take the lead, and then a team like Arizona, who just doesn't win. They're just not known for winning. They are the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. They are the Los Angeles Clippers. They're just not known for winning. They go down by a point in the fourth quarter, and they come back and respond with just an absolute huge drive. A 7.5-minute drive by Kurt Warner, and just incredible. Shows exactly what he is and what exactly he's made of, and exactly
Kurt Warner is a Hall of Famer. No, there's no question. No question.
Oh, no, that was a question that I had asked you earlier this evening.
No question now.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
No question. Even if he blows the Super Bowl, he's still a Hall of Famer.
Well, how many guys have brought 2 different Super Bowl? How many quarterbacks have gone to the Super Bowl with 2 different teams?
Good question.
You have to ask yourself that question. Here's Kurt Warner. Imagine if he wins, he'll be the only guy ever to win a Super Bowl with 2 different teams, and that's just incredible.
That is incredible.
And the fact that he is 10 years after his prime, coming back to do something incredible like this is Jim Plunkett-esque.
Talking in the opposition, McNabb has to be a frustrated human being. I think McNabb's receivers had butterfingers.
Yeah, McNabb had an enormous game. The guy had 350 yards. He had 3 touchdowns.
Gotta love Donovan.
Here's the fact of the matter also is, of course, his team goes down by a touchdown with a couple minutes left, and he's got to bring the team down. It's his job to do it, and he did have one bad pass in that last series, but 4th and 10. 4th and 10. Curtis is down the road there. First off, a terrible call, a terrible non-call by the refs. Just terrible non-call, and that was definitely a pass interference taken down by the legs. But even if they don't call it, Curtis has to hang on to that ball. It hit both his hands, and but Donovan McNabb at 350 yards passing. He ran the ball when he had to. He showed to me what a champion he really is. If I had any problems with anything, it would be the fact that I don't know. I think defensive coordinator was Jim Johnson from Philly. Too many blitzes. What are you doing? 3rd and 15 and you're blitzing.
Yeah. Agreed.
I don't know.
Westbrook
put aside,
was showing us that he was a good all-purpose back.
He was, but
he had nice receptions, but maybe the patella thing was a factor.
Right, because I thought to me he struck me as a non-factor, and I mean I think you're right. The patella could have been a factor, but I think that all that aside, let's give some credit to Arizona, to the heart of Arizona.
True.
Larry Fitzgerald, what a man! What a man!
Incredible.
Kurt Warner. I mean,
remember I told you, Faz, I feared the Cardinals. I told you I could not bet against them. I had this fear somewhere in my visceral gut. I just couldn't do it.
They came up with the plays when they had to.
They did. And I remember the sign.
3rd and goal on the 8-yard line. 3rd and goal on the 8-yard line, and they score a touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest play. That's the biggest play of the game right there.
The sign at the end of the game shocked the world. I thought that just was a perfect sign.
Well, that's Muhammad Ali right there. I'll tell you.
That was fantastic.
That is, shocked the world.
That was great. Like I said, the second game, I found it a little bit anemic. You get two strong defenses kind of cancel each other out.
Well, it's anemic
I was
offensively,
coming
but
off
I got
that
to tell
initial
you,
high off the Arizona game.
you're talking. Well, I agree, but you're talking to a Chicago Bears fan. You're talking to someone who loves that smash mouth football. That was a great football game. It was very defensive. Ed Reed just
your hero.
Roaming. But he's not my hero. I like Ed Reed, but Palomalo showed that here if you're going to juxtapose one against the other and see who was the class of this game, it's Palomalo. I mean, the guy, he was all over the place. He played an Ed Reed type of game. I mean, he wasn't about the hits. He was about getting involved.
The big hits and the hair flying around. I thought that was a great comment last week.
Well, he played an Ed Reed type of game. I mean,
he did. Yeah.
Do you know how many interceptions that Reed had this year? He had 11 interceptions this year.
That's
Palomalo played a Reed game instead of big hits, got the big interception, and brought it back for a touchdown. First career postseason touchdown. Huge.
And when they needed it.
When he needed it. With the game on the line.
With the hair flying around.
With the hair flying all over the place.
Now I'm going to see more of those. Now I'm going to see more of those darn jerseys.
Well, now you're looking at Pittsburgh versus Arizona, and you were looking at a major high-flying offense against a major defense. You're looking at two guys who have both, as quarterbacks, who have both won Super Bowls in the past.
So I think maybe in part 2 of our show we'll do some discussion about the Super Bowl. Maybe
sure.
We'll throw our predictions there on the table like we did last Wednesday. I ended up 2 in a donut. You ended up 1-1. Not bad.
And I believe what they say in the world of trading places from Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd, I owe you $1.
$1 it is.
$1.
Well, Faz, so in conclusion, fantastic football game. Arizona game was a fantastic game. Eagles missed some opportunities there. I thought their receivers just had butter on their fingers.
Well, they did, and also David Akers, the guy had 19 straight field goals in the postseason, which is an NFL record. He missed one, and then God forbid,
crucial.
And then when it came to the point where the team should, do you go for 2? Do you go for the 1? Well, you say you take the safe bet. It's the late third quarter. Take the 1 point, and he misses the extra point. And so,
tough stuff.
Tough stuff. But I will say to any purist out there, I know you're a Flash guy, you like the Flash, but any pure football fan out there, that Baltimore-Pittsburgh game was a great game. That was a great defensive battle. It strikes to me as a game of watching Pedro Martinez throw against Roger Clemens. It's defense.
It was great stuff. So,
great stuff.
In our next show, we're going to do some, our fans are waiting with bated breath to see what the Cerebral Cowboy, myself, and the Italian Jock, yourself, have for predictions for the Super Bowl. So in our next show, let's do that, Faz. Let's lay it on the table and do our predictions in our next show.
We'll do 2 things. We'll do the predictions in the next show, number 1. Number 2, we'll thank everyone who's listening to us. And number 3, I got to give you props for kicking the crap out of me this weekend.
You're a class act, Faz.
Right back at you.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.